Today on the channel, some may say things are just clicking along with Shawn Michaels and from the NWO, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, WWE Superstars Series 2.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got WWE Superstars Series 2, Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash. Of course, these are Walmart exclusives. A few online retailers have snagged some of these, but they should be hitting your Walmart stores here in the next couple of weeks. If you're currently in your Walmart stores, you're probably seeing a lot of Ric Flair. You're seeing a lot of Bray Wyatt, and some areas are starting to get their Hulk Hogan's finally. And of course, Series 2 is these three, plus the Ultimate Warrior. And it seems like the Ultimate Warrior will be shipping in his own case later. We'll expect that one maybe a month after these start hitting, very similar to the Hulk Hogan situation. So I can't wait to unbox the Warrior on the channel in a future video. But today, we've got these three, and things are just clicking along, as I said at the open. Getting the click here, different eras and stuff, but it all still works. And really cool to get Scott Hall and Kevin Nash NWO gear to go along with the Hulk Hogan from Series 1. You guys know, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And, of course, we'll have to bring out the Hulkster to be with his NWO brothers at the end of the video right there as well. So let's start it off with Shawn Michaels, then we'll do the NWO. Take a look at this familiar packaging. Of course, nice and unpunched here. I did buy two sets. As you guys know, I'm a mint-on-card completionist. Have to be unpunched. And a loose completionist for these. We'll see how long that lasts, but we'll see how it goes. But very, very cool packaging once again. I should mention at the beginning here, the packaging does line up. Which way does it go? Let's see if we can figure this out. Maybe I can't figure it out. Oh, there it is. Got it. So it goes Shawn, Razor, Kevin Nash. So I'll try to play with this a little bit here, and you guys will be able to see. Like so. But yeah, the packaging lines up, which is a cool feature with these, I feel. Very nice touch, especially if you're a mint-on-card collector lining them up. You line them up so they go together. Very nice attention to details, as I said earlier. So I didn't want to forget about that. But there's old Shawn Michaels on the package. A little throwback to early heel HBK days. I got that kind of LJNS background. You got his name down below. Of course, the bubble card. Very, very nice packaging. Unpunched, as I mentioned. WWE Superstars. A very fitting name. Brings you back to the old Superstars TV show. And then the black and white packaging, really bringing it back to the 80s. There's a lot of backgrounds on early 80s, especially with this kind of a love letter to the Remco, as we know. A little black and white back in the day. So very cool. Got a little glamour shot. Drawn glamour shot, of course. Got the cross-sell Ultimate Warrior, the guy that's missing. UPC's warnings. What's it say here about old Shawn Michaels on the back? Series 2, the Heartbreak Kid, the Showstopper. I'm not your boy toy. Well, there you go. There's the answer right there. And they're empowering the next generation through play, as we know. So let's get him out of the package without further ado. Got a lot going on. He includes his jacket and his championship. You got to have it all right there. Pull it out. There's the old back. You can see HBK a little bit more clear right there, but off to the side. See you later. I'm sure he's locked in. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff locked in. We're locked in at the ankles and the wrist, all over the place. Shawn Michaels, obviously a popular performer. There he is in the plastic prison. A lot of people are going to be looking for this one. I have to assume these three will be fairly easier, and Warrior will be harder, like I said, but I think eventually all these will be fairly easy to get. Down the road, you wait a couple of years, well, that's a whole different story. But I don't think a lot of people are going to have problems getting these eventually. It's just patience. They say it's a virtue. It's very tough. I understand it. It's tough to hold tight on these when they start hitting. See you later. Off to the races there. And here we are. And then we got some extra hands. So we got two fists with Shawn Michaels here. Two fists. You guys know about fists should be with every single action figure, including wrestling figures. And we get that there with old Shawn Michaels. So now we dig into Shawn here. We take a little look at this action. He does, like I said, comes with that beautiful title belt. I always love the colored title belts. And that's what he's got here. The teal Intercontinental strap. Got that very, very iconic white look to him with the sunglasses, all that fun stuff we've got with HBK in many forms. Jax. We've got him in Mattel. We've got it a lot. Does have this locking in. His sunglasses there, and he's got those really cheesy sunglasses. But that's part of it. That's part of the gimmick there, but very cheesy, rounded sunglasses. Of course, those will come off, or they should come off, right? Holy cow, they were in there very tight. I don't know what was going on. So I'm throwing them around here. But definitely sunglasses, black lenses, silver, gray. Not a lot to them, but they are sunglasses. They are appropriate for this version of Shawn Michaels. Shawn, he's got his earrings in, which is really cool. Hopefully those aren't removable. Oh, they are removable. Holy cow, we got removable earrings. Very much like Bianca Belair that we got with one of her elites a while back. I actually do not like these removable earrings. They are so small, so tiny. You know we're going to see tons of these loose, and people are going to be like, oh, it's missing the earring. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't have the earring. And they are not easy to get back in either. That's another unfortunate thing. You really got to have like, almost a pair of tweezers to get those in. So I'm going to put these off somewhere so I don't lose them because it's going to take me a while to get that in. But definitely see the ear holes there. Very interesting attention to detail for figures like this. These aren't your Ultimate Editions, things like that. But man, that is some serious attention to detail on those earrings there. Of course, the heads, everything is poppable, removable on these. You can take his jacket off if you are so inclined, and I'll get some pictures without it. But boy, it's on there pretty good. That's a pretty good tight plastic fit for this jacket. But it's that typical jacket that we know from this era of HBK. Got the hearts all over it, kind of the tiger stripes, I guess we'd call that going on there. In the red and white and black. He's got knee pads, no elbow pads on this one. We do have the Shawn Michaels patented tattoo. You got to have that one. On the back, I'm too sexy for this crowd. Very iconic jacket on the back there. The title belt is removable, like all title belts should be and are. I can reach in there. Like I said, very, very cool. I love the teal coloring to this one against the gold. It's got kind of that dull finish that we see sometimes with some of the basic showdowns, that kind of stuff. I could see people using this with their elite figures, things like that. But very, very cool belt right there for the Intercontinental Championship. It definitely looks like Shawn Michaels. You hand me this, I'm going to know who you're talking about. I know it's definitely Shawn Michaels. And then the rest of the body is just like the Masters WWE Origins, Masters WWE Universe figures that we've got, and of course Series 1 of the Superstars line. Articulation is the same for all these figures, so I'm going to go through it once with him. Won't need to do it for each one. But of course you've got the arms up, down, all around. You've got side to side, up and down. Single jointed but pinless throughout. There you go. Hands removable. We got 2 gripping hands here. We did get 2 fists. Head removable as I showed. Waist side to side, all that fun stuff. Of course, knees bend. You got boot cut and you got ankle rockers. And then you can do with all the plug and play you love with the Origin style figures. You can do that with these as well. So not too shabby for old HBK. And I like that they gave us this version of Shawn Michaels. There's obviously tons and tons of different versions you can get, and I think this is a good enough start. I don't know. I'd have to put the pen to the paper where I'd want them to start with, but I think this is a good start for the Superstars line. And like I said, there could be a lot more Shawn Michaels to come, depending how deep this line ends up going. But very good, very nerve-wracking with these earrings. Hopefully I do not lose that. You never know. You never know. We'll see what happens. But there's Shawn Michaels. Now we got to turn our attention over to Scott Hall. Why not? We'll go Scott Hall next. We'll save the big man, old Big Sexy, for last. Got Scott Hall, unpunched card. There he is, little background. Got that LJN style background. Once again, you get the NWO t-shirt like we saw with Hulk Hogan, but this is different. This is just straight soft goods. Does not have the tear down the middle like we saw with the Hulkster. So it is different. And then, of course, we get the tag team title there, the WCW tag team titles. Very cool, and I think Nash gets the matching one, which is very cool for the outsiders. I really do like that attention to detail as well. Sunglasses, all that fun stuff. Includes NWO gear and championship. He also comes with some spray paint. We haven't seen that accessory in quite some time either. Scott Hall on the back, it says NWO. Does it say survey time? It's survey time. One more for the good guys. And, of course, the UPC warnings, cross-sells, all that fun stuff we're used to on the back of the package. But let's pop old Scott Hall out and see what all the fuss is about with him. Because, oh, there's fuss about Scott Hall, we know. Unfortunately passed away earlier this year. A lot of people are saying this will be a very, very hard to find figure. Scott Hall. I do think, like all these, will be hard to get at first. But, you know, it always dies down a little bit. We've seen it in the past. We'll see it again. Holy cow, we got a lot going on here. Let me see what's going on for these hands since we got these out. He's got a little bit more going on in the hands department than Shawn Michaels had. But obviously, unfortunate anytime somebody passes away like Scott Hall did. But very cool for him to get figures still after his death. I wouldn't say they're capitalizing it or on him or anything like that either. I know some people say that, but this was long in the works before he passed away. See you later. There it is, Spider-Man style. All right, we get 2 fists with Scott Hall. Got to have fists, of course. And then we get the 2 sweet hands, which is a great fitting hand gesture for Scott Hall, as we know. So we get the 2 sweet hands, that, and then gripping hands on him, which makes total sense. Makes all the sense in the world. There's old Scott Hall in the plastic prison NWO shirt, tag team title belts, the red and black attack going strong on Scott Hall. Once again, much like with Shawn Michaels, he is locked in the plastic prison. They don't want these guys going anywhere. That is for sure. They are locked in tight. Got the feet. There it is. Can I get the hands? Boy, it's at a weird angle too, so it's a little hard to get out, but we'll get there. Hopefully we won't cut our fingers off in the process. Nobody wants to see that, but I've always said if I ever cut my finger, if I cut it off in one of these unboxings, I'm going to see that unboxing all the way through. That's determination. That's being a champion. As I'm throwing things around, clips going everywhere, glasses flying around, all kinds of fun stuff. See you later. There it is. All right, and then we've got a little headgear action to keep the glasses on him. I like that attention to detail, as we've seen like the AW Chris Jericho Chase that came out recently. A lot of them have the wonky sunglasses, or the glasses are knocked off, which is terrible. These aren't quite Chase editions, but it's nice to have them on card in package with the glasses on, if that's the way you want them to be. I'm going to try to put these back on. Now, these glasses on Scott Hall do not fit the best. They really don't make a lot of sense. I don't even know if they will stay on. There's no plug hole like we've seen in the past. They're kind of warped, a little bit bent up. So this is unfortunate on these. They don't even fit behind his ear like they're supposed to. Just a bad pair of sunglasses as far as for Scott Hall goes here. That's just not going to be working. He's also got rubber band locking in his spray can canister. So we'll get that off as well. Maybe we'll pull the hand out. That's what we had to do. Pop that hand back in. Off to the side. But we get the spray can canister. We've seen this before with Scott Hall Basics, Elite figures. Getting the most out of your molds, but it makes sense. I'm here for it. I understand it. I understand the reasoning. So there you go. And then you get down to Scott Hall, and he's very happy looking. He almost looks, I mean, I guess these are supposed to look animated. He looks like he walked off an episode of the Smurfs, like he was having a discussion with Gargamel or something like that. He's got quite the cartoon expressions going on. Of course, he's got that kind of Superman-esque going on for his hair. He does have a nice ponytail going on, kind of that 5 o'clock shadow. I guess I would know this is Razor Ramon, or it's Christopher Reeve after a long weekend or something. I'm not sure exactly what you would call this, but I think it looks enough like Scott Hall to be passable. Definitely, if you took this head off, I'm sure I'd guess Scott Hall, but I could guess Shawn Michaels a lot faster if I'm comparing between the two. He does come with that WCW Tag Team title. Once again, it's got a little bit of a duller shine, which isn't terrible. I'm not against this. It does look very good. I love the coloring on this belt. The strap is nice. It even looks a little bit weathered. So very nice title belts. That's 2 for 2 on good title belts here. And actually the Hogan one before. A lot of good title belts in this line. This is your typical Mattel soft style shirt. Zipper, or not zipper, Velcro in the back, of course, so you can take that off. As usual, we went through the articulation with Shawn Michaels. Everything would be the same here. We do got more of an outsider Scott Hall and the knee pads and elbow pads. The red boots, of course, kind of reminds me of later day where he was more black and white attack in original NWO. So it's almost like a 3-in-1 figure here. You can have him as Scott Hall, NWO black, NWO red. You could even turn this into Razor Ramon, I'm sure, with a little ingenuity, a couple swaps from necklaces and things like that. And good NWO shirt on the front, good logo, no fading, no distress to it, no misprints, anything like that. That does look really good as well. But yeah, it's Scott Hall. It for sure is. I wish the glasses fit a little bit better. I guess that's my major gripe with this one. We'll get all kinds of glamour shot pictures for him, but still a nice attempt. It's cool to get Scott Hall, especially after him passing away. Gotta think we'll have more Scott Halls in the future. There's gotta be a Razor Ramon Ultimate, you would imagine. Maybe even NWO Bash at the Beach box set. I've been screaming for that for a long time. Get us Hogan, get us Hall and Nash, give us that Bash at the Beach moment. Hey, throw Mean Gene in if you need to. We'll take him as well, so we'll see what happens with that. Now we turn our attention to the final one. Did we save the best for last? We're going to find out real quick here as we got to take a look at Big Sexy himself, Kevin Nash. Got that Superstars artwork going on. tag team title, just like we saw with Scott Hall, but a different NWO shirt. So that is something very interesting here, as you got a traditional shirt with Scott Hall, you got a tearaway in the front Hulk Hogan, and then you get a, looks to be rubber goods with Kevin Nash. The 3 different styles of NWO shirts, 3 different figures. So very interesting with that, that knowledge thrown out there. So there's Kevin Nash at the bottom, all that stuff. On the back, you've got the UPCs, you've got the warnings, you've got the cross sells. Like I said, I can't wait for that Ultimate Warrior. Definitely going to be opening him on the channel. Hopefully he comes sooner than later. You got a little bit of blurb. I guess that's the best thing we could call it, a blurb. And then, of course, you got a little glamour shot of Kevin Nash. What's it say here? Kevin Nash, Wolfpack Rules, NWO, New World Order. So this is where the big boys play. Too sweet. He's throwing out the old too sweet hand gesture. Have to assume, and yes, it looks like we got a lot of extra hands with him as well. Just makes sense. Just makes sense to have these hands. They'll probably be the exact same hands. There's kind of that full artwork going on. See you later. Goodbye. Pull this out. All right. Holy cow. There's a lot of tape, a lot of twist ties on these. It's crazy. It's amazing what they're doing here. But once again, a lot of hands with Kevin Nash, and they look to be about identical hands. As I knock them all out, maybe. Maybe. Still maybe. There it is. All right. Yep, the exact same hands we got with Scott Hall. So getting the most out of your molds. Very easy to put a baggie with each one. I totally understand that. So we got the same hands there. Spider-Man style. Bam! See you later. There it goes. And then, of course, Kevin Nash. Big sexy himself in the plastic prison. Love the looks of this one. It'll be interesting to see how this feels in hand. If I can get him out of the plastic prison. Like I said, these are all locked down very well. They don't want these moving anywhere in the package. Got to think next year or the next year or two when the package laws come in, we won't see these guys packed in quite like this. Who knows? Maybe they'll be in boxes by that time. Mattel hasn't really tipped their hat to the future so much. I think they're laying in the weeds and letting some other people take the first heat. And that's usually what happens with companies. All right, there it is. We're getting him there. We're almost there. And we're off to the races. See you later. There it goes. Twist ties. Get out of here. All right. So now first thing I felt and noticed here is we have got soft good chaps on Kevin Nash. I really do like that. I was not expecting that. I guess I thought they were just kind of molded in plastic. But they are soft goods, even with the little frill on the red here off to the side. Feels about the same material that we got with the Mean Mark Callis, if you guys had that Legend Target exclusive. So I do like that attention to detail. Once again, you got the wrapping around the sunglasses. Have to imagine, pull that out. There it is. They get that wrapping. They don't want those sunglasses falling off in the package, which I do appreciate. And then, like I was talking about, Scott Hall does not have. Kevin Nash does have spots in his hair that hold his glasses together. So these stay on perfectly. Scott Hall, it doesn't seem to be like those will ever stay on. But I do like Kevin Nash. And then you got Kevin Nash. So I do like the Kevin Nash glasses. Maybe I might want to keep these on as his eyes are a little off center. He's got one here and then the next one's a little bit higher up, which does look a little strange. But I would say you would think this looks like Kevin Nash or Duke the Dumpster Droese or somebody if somebody handed you the head. It might be a little confusing to some, but it looks okay. It definitely looks like a cartoon version of Kevin Nash, especially with the body and everything else. But just by itself, you could almost think, hey, is this Cactus Jack back in the day? Is it Mick Foley back in the day? This could go a different direction a few times. He does have his nice colored on tattoos. That's a nice touch of detail. Of course, you got the elbow pads right there. Articulation all the same as we talked about earlier. We do get the tag team title belt, the exact same one. Once again, getting the most out of your molds. Same one we saw with Scott Hall, which is pretty cool, the Outsiders. I really enjoyed the Outsiders Steiner tag team matches back in the day when they were first coming to WCW, of course. And then we got the plastic, I always call these the Rey Mysterio half shirts. We get them with all the Rey Mysterios, but we do have this, which he did wear a lot like this, so I can't really complain, but it is interesting. Like I said, we get 3 different NWO shirts throughout, which is pretty cool. And then you really got Nash solo gear underneath here, kind of the red and black attack going on. So it really multi-use. I can see people buying 2 of these. Scott Hall to be in their red and black, and then one to be in their white and black. If you're that deep into the NWO, you could easily do that. Of course, you pop this head off, pops off very easily. This slides just right over the top. Pop that bad boy back on. That is the fun thing. You can plug and play. You can move these things around, do all that. Same with these chaps. They do Velcro in the back. You can pull those out. I'll get those off for the glamour shots. These always take forever to get these things off, but they are possible. You can do that. Pretty good Kevin Nash. I would say the weakest thing about the Kevin Nash would be the face sculpt on him. It's close enough to Kevin Nash, but you could also think this is some other people, I think. It's just what my gut tells me looking at it. Of course, we got the Hulk Hogan figure. Got to pull him out, see what's going on with the Hulkster. Get the whole NWO running wild. Look at that. There's going to be a lot of people wanting to complete this NWO. It looks really good from where I sit, and as you guys know, right here at this table. But I like them. If I had to rank these in order, I think I would go Shawn Michaels first, which kind of surprises me a little bit, but there's a lot of attention to detail on this Shawn Michaels figure. Like I said, you pop this head off, you know for sure that is Shawn Michaels. The earring, attention to detail on the earrings is something else. The title belt, of course, the extra hands, all that. Then I'm going to go Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are pretty close. I'm going to throw it to Kevin Nash, but just by a hair. It's because of the soft good chaps. I think that is a sweet attention to detail with that one. I really like the looks there. Head leaving a little bit something to be desired. Same with Scott Hall, just a little bit. But it's not like these are ultimates, these are elites. These are more cartoony type versions. So it does make sense in the grand scheme of things. But very, very solid Series 2. Can't wait for the Ultimate Warrior. We know about Series 3 with Papa Shango, Ted DiBiase, Mankind. There's a lot to come in the Superstars line. It'll be interesting to see how long this goes. As usually Walmart exclusive, Target exclusive lines, they're not forever. You might get 7, 8 lines and that's it. You might get a lot less than that. So we'll see what the future holds. We'll see how deep this line goes. I know a lot of Masters Universe fans are still buying this. Not sure if they're buying in the amounts of the WWE Masters Universe, because you could really put those into your Eternia playsets. These are kind of its own little world, but I could see customizers buying these for parts for future He-Man figures. I got to think that's going on. And then Mattel, really the smartest one in the business here, getting the most out of your molds, trading between a lot of different lines. That's just smart business, using the same molds across different things. That's how you save money, and that's how you turn a hefty profit, hopefully. So there you go. So that's my thoughts on these guys. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Superstars line? You all in, you all out, you picking them up, you picking and choosing. You gonna pick all these up? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you've been here already, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your old notification bell, follow along on Patreon for this video and a lot of other early video content, and of course, follow along on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for WWE Superstars Series 2, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Shawn Michaels, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.